So, I've been using clipstudio Paint for my digital art for quite some time now. In this video, I'm going to share my personal experience with this software, its benefits, its drawbacks, and whether it's actually worth using for you or not. So, without wasting any time, let's dive straight into the topic. I've been using clipstudio Paint for the past few months. Before that, I used to do all my digital art in Paint. A while ago, I bought my XP Pen tablet, and that's when I decided to switch to clipstudio Paint. First, I tried the free trial, and later I purchased the clipstudio Paint Pro version. So in this video, I'll share my honest review, my experience, how it compares to other software, and whether clipstudio Paint is actually worth using for digital artists. This is not a paid promotion. This is just my real experience. I've been using clipstudio Paint since around September, and I still remember my first impression very clearly. When I first downloaded it, it felt very complex. Compared to Paint, which has a simple interface and fewer features, clipstudio Paint has a lot more tools, settings, and options. There were so many brushes, lasso tools, subtools, and extra features that it honestly felt overwhelming at first. For the first 1 to 2 weeks, I spent most of my time just understanding the software system. Even now, I don't know everything, but I've gained enough knowledge to work comfortably. clipstudio Paint offers a lot of powerful features. If you want to do animation, it's available. But for that, you need the EX version. I don't really use animation professionally. I only practice it sometimes. My main focus is digital illustration. When I was using Paint, I felt quite limited. The brushes were good, but many advanced features were missing, and the app often lagged on heavier artworks. After switching to clipstudio Paint, the variety of tools helped me a lot in my art journey. I also noticed improvement in my artwork. Not because software magically makes you better, but maybe a 2 to 3% improvement due to better control and workflow. The biggest advantage for me was the extra features beyond just brushes. Things like advanced pressure sensitivity control gave me much better control over my strokes and line quality. The multiple lasso tool options made selections cleaner and faster, especially when refining shapes or adjusting compositions. Another thing I really appreciated was how well organized everything is inside the software. The brush categories are clearly divided: soft edge, hard edge, textures, and many more, so I don't waste time searching for the right tool. On top of that, the useful shortcuts play a huge role in speeding up the workflow. Once you get used to them, the entire process feels smoother and more efficient. All of these features combined help me work faster, stay more focused, and spend less time fighting the software and more time actually creating art. Many artists work with different software like Krita, Photoshop, or clipstudio Paint, and all of them are capable tools in their own way. But in my opinion, if you're planning to invest in a paid software, clipstudio Paint is one of the best options available for digital artists. That being said, it's very important to understand one thing. Software is just a tool. It can guide you, make your workflow smoother, and give you better control. But your skills matter far more than the software itself. I never felt that switching to a different software would suddenly make my art much better. Real improvement didn't come from changing tools. It came from consistent practice, learning fundamentals, and understanding mistakes. At the end of the day, no software can replace hard work. Growth happens when you practice regularly, improve your skills, and use whatever tool you have to its full potential, not because of the software you choose. If you're a complete beginner and just starting out with digital art, I wouldn't recommend jumping into clipstudio Paint right away. Instead, begin with Paint or any good free software. Focus on learning the basics, understanding brushes, layers, shading, and simple compositions. At this stage, using a complex software can actually slow you down, because you'll spend more time figuring out tools instead of improving your art. After 2 or 3 months, when you have a better understanding of digital art fundamentals, switching to clipstudio Paint becomes a much smarter decision. You'll be able to use its advanced features properly, instead of feeling overwhelmed by them. If your goal is to grow professionally, become a concept artist, or create high-quality, industry-level artwork, clipstudio Paint is a safe and reliable option. But if you're creating art just for fun, posting casually, or drawing without any professional goals, Paint is more than enough to enjoy digital art and improve at your own pace. One more thing I really appreciate about Clip Studio Paint is the Clip Studio Asset Store. You get access to a huge collection of free brushes, tools, and 3D assets, which can save a lot of time and help you experiment with new styles and workflows. That said, I won't deny that the software feels very complex at the beginning. There are many icons, menus, and options, and it can feel overwhelming at first. But with time, patience, and regular practice, you slowly get used to it. And once you do, the software starts working for you instead of against you. No software is perfect. Every software has small differences, maybe 10 to 20% at most. So if you're overthinking which software is the best, don't stress too much about it. Pick one software, learn it properly, understand its strengths and limits, and most importantly, develop your skills. That's what truly matters in the long run. This was my honest experience with Clip Studio Paint. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like and share it with other artists. Let me know in the comments. Which software do you use? And what topic would you like me to cover next? And remember, software doesn't make you an artist. Skills do. Artist palette.